Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Project Pan update. It's the end of May. I have so much exciting stuff finished, I can't even talk, that it's like one of my most exciting months in my Project Pans ever because a lot of stuff finished all at once and I'm very, very excited. For those of you who are new, I am taking part of the hashtag teamprojectpan 2020 that was started by Kat and Haley, the Girls of Beauty News, and I did the same thing last year. The modification for me here is that I do not add colorful makeup to my rolling project pan because I like color, and for that I usually do shop my stash. With the whole lockdown situation and not going to work much, I actually have been using less makeup and therefore doing less shop my stashes because I feel like when I'm sitting down to do makeup, it's playtime, so I use my project pan stuff and then whatever I feel like using, and often enough matching my makeup to my dresses, which is something I really like to do. Anyways, this month, as I said, has been epic. From a project pan point of view, I finished so much stuff. Let's indeed start with the finished things. I have them in this little box, and I'm gonna start with my primer. This was the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance in Radiant Yellow. It was more of a lotion with a bit of a shimmer and a slightly maybe warm undertone or yellow undertone. I wouldn't purchase the full size, but I'm happy I went through it. This one lasted very, very little. I literally used it 2 months and it was finished. The final weight is 5.03 grams and it started out at 9.18. So there's just, let's say, under 4.5 grams in here, and they say it's 6 milliliters, so they're not really claiming any grams. Didn't mind it. Enjoyed using that, but I wouldn't repurchase it. This is the first thing that I finished this month. In its place, I'm not like I didn't go in the order and in the list of things that I wanted to use that I started this at the beginning of the year because I forgot that I was doing that. In January, I said, okay, I'm gonna use these primers and then redecide to finish all of the minis, and I forgot about it. So this month instead, I've been using the Herborian Bamboo Matte Powder Effect Cream. Discussed it already in a few previous videos, the fact that I am not sure it's a primer. It feels like it's more like, it like sounds like it's more of a skincare item. It says 2-in-1 hybrid product that combines the sensation of an intense hydration with a matte finish, captured in a fine cream with a powdery effect. I use it on top of my SPF as a primer, and I think it does actually quite a good job at mattifying slightly my skin, but as you can see, my oils are still coming through, my skin is still dewy, let's say, for as dewy as I like it to be. I've had this makeup on now for almost 3 hours, and this is the moment in which I like it the most. So when I'm glowy, let's say, but not oily yet. Anyways, I've been using this one, and this one is at 31.5 grams. It was pretty much new. I had used it very few times, so it's gonna be a long one, and it might be that at some point I'll decide to use it as a face cream, but it's unlikely because unless there's an SPF, my daytime cream needs to have an SPF, so we're gonna use it as a primer for now. I've had it for now 2 years, I think, so I have to go through it. That is a long-winded thing to talk about primers. Another thing that I finished this month is this concealer, the Instant Age Anti-Age Eraser by Maybelline. It's all rubbed off and I cannot click anymore, so it's finished. The final weight is 19.11 and yeah, it's finished, finally. This one was so old. I'm happy to throw it out. It's done and dusted. Now I can focus on the other concealer in my project pan, which is the Fit Me, and I hope you can see it. We're also like down here or so. Very, very little left. I used a ton of it also this month, almost 0.3 grams, which is more than I used in the last, I don't know, 3 months put together. I did quite a bit of makeup this month. I was enjoying it for videos. I also left the house a few times. I went for dinner at friends recently, and you saw the Get Ready With Me for that. So yeah, I've been actually wearing makeup, so things are going. This one is now 11.9 grams. Last month it was 12.21. So I'm hoping to finish this one soon because I have a full drawer of concealers to go through still, and that's a long way to go before that's done. Then I finished my mascara, or rather I decided to toss it. It was getting too clumpy, too dry, and I've had it for more than 6 months. So this is the Lash Sensational mascara, and I started it in October and I tossed it in May, so that's 7 months. Longer probably than the period after opening that they suggest, and anyways, yeah, you should change it between 3 and 6 months. But to me, it had done its thing because it had gone past its peak of being good. So this one went finished at 21.78, and I'm continuing with another one. Empty, full. It's just to remind myself that this one needs to go. This one I'm keeping, and I've opened it now 1 or 2 weeks. It's still a bit wet, but I love this mascara, and this is the only mascara that I have, I think. I still have a few minis to go through, but I like it, so I'm gonna just keep using this one and then go to a mini probably. Yeah, it's a good mascara. I'm not gonna continue weighing this one because at this point I did the whole thing. I know that it lasts me 6 months. I don't really need to finish it on purpose, and there's only one mascara that is open and I'm using. So I'm just gonna take the mascara out of my project pan. Then let's continue with makeup, and I'll go to hair stuff that I finished later. Keeping on mascaras, I'm also trying to see how long this guy lasts. To me, this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Primer Mascara. This is the white one that you put before, and I started it at 17.1 grams, and now it's at 15.78, and this one I started in December, so it's now going into its I already did 6 months with it. But this one doesn't change formula really like a mascara that dries out. I feel like this one is actually quite consistent. When I finished a primer previously, what happened was that it was not transferring white. I wasn't showing white on my lashes anymore, and that's when I started seeing that it was finishing. This guy is still going strong, all fine, gonna keep using it. For foundation, I am trying to finish my Nabla Close-Up Foundation, and I don't know what it is, but I am actually growing to like this foundation more and more. Yeah, it's very buildable in the sense that actually I put a very small amount all over my face. If you want to see me apply it, there's a few Get Ready With Me's on YouTube, but I'm also gonna upload the tutorial for this makeup look, both the eyes and the face, so you can see there how little I apply, and I used it also as concealer today, which I think is doing actually really great. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But this guy right here is actually used a ton of it. It went from 15.9 to 14.06, so almost 2 grams of product use. I did my makeup this month. I'm happy, and I think I might actually finish it next month, or maybe I can go 1 more month. We'll see. But I know that I have to actually put an effort into squeezing stuff out, so I think it's almost finished. Some things that are progressing but like slow and steady is my eyeshadow primer. I went from 12.13 to 11.75. I want to say we're halfway, or just over halfway if you look at it this way. It's like we're here or so, and it's going. I'm using it. I don't love it. I still think this might be the one that is making my eyeshadow crease, but then again I tried other ones, then they make my eyeshadow crease as well. I'm just gonna continue and finish it. Then my Nabla Brow Pot. I'm using it now with Duraline, the Inglow Duraline. You can see I put a drop on the cap and then use my brush to pick up the products. It's slow and steady, and it's really drying out. So at this point, I don't know, I would almost just say, okay, fuck it, and I would just take a different brow product. But I do like that with the Duraline, I can actually get really precise hair strokes to make my bushy brows that I like. This one went from 39.43 to 39.29, so used 0.14 grams. It's gonna take forever, but it's progressing. The hole is getting bigger. I am happy about that. Something else that is progressing slow and steady is my Neve Cosmetics Drama Matte Powder. This one went from 52.61 to 52.38, so I used here also quite a bit, and the pan is getting bigger, and the pan is getting looser every time, but that's okay. I dropped it a while ago, and luckily it only broke there. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish it eventually, but this is gonna be a long one, guys. If not the whole year, even longer. Something I barely used is the NYX Faux Black Burnt Sienna pencil. It's a warm brown, and the reason why I haven't been using it very much is that I've been using colorful makeup, and the new Nabla, let me find it. The new Nabla Cupid's Arrow number 2, that is a perfect medium brown liner that smudges super nicely, has kind of taken over because I was testing this. So I need to put an effort into using this one more. But there was maybe 0.03 grams of progress. Not much at all. Now we can move on to hair and body. Let's start with body because there's only one product. The only thing for body that I put in is this aloe vera gel. It's been here now a year, almost, or I bought it in August last year. What I've noticed, and I was saying last time, that I don't really have a very dry skin, so I don't need a lot of hydration. This isn't even enough for my legs though now. Now that maybe, I don't know, we wear shorts and dresses more often, my legs are out more, I need something a bit richer. So I haven't been loving this. I used almost 70 grams of it. It went from 207 to 139 grams. So I think I was up here, and now I'm down here to halfway point. So I'm still gonna try to finish it up, but I don't know, I'm over it. I'm over it. It does, I think it would have done its job as something that my husband could use when he gets sunburned or when he felt like his skin was pulling, because it really sinks in quickly, aloe vera, but yeah, just not enough for me. Hair wise, I finished 2 things and I have progress on 2 things, so it's great. I finished the Living Proof TBD Multitasking Styler, and goodness, this is good stuff. I really have been loving the way this styles my hair, and it helps it curl a little. Like today, my hair is so straight, and it's day, 3 or 4? No, 2 or 3 actually. And it's very heavy, and it hasn't been curling, and I even put a mousse and a curl styler in it. It's just not the best day, but with this one was doing better. I really like this one. I'm gonna see how expensive it is, because this is a deluxe sample size, but Living Proof is expensive. So another thing that I finished is one of my Joico oils. This one was almost at the end already when I showed you it. So this one went from 15.5 to 9.5 grams, and now like I have a hard time pouring anything out, and the pump doesn't work. So this one is finished, and I introduced the other one that I have that I need to finish, which we are here, and it weighs 75 grams. And yeah, I just use it continuously or in between washes also, just to help my hair be silky. I used it today before I left this morning. I have some oil in there, and I have also my other product, which is the Coriander Strength Potion by Botanicals. I have a lot of progress here. Like, it was pretty much full, and now I'm just over half. I'm here. The problem is I tipped this in my sink. So I put it usually next to my sink, and then at some point I touched it and it fell over. So a lot of it came out. I'm actually a bit sad because I'm enjoying this. I'm using it as a face serum on my hair. So before the stylers, as a leave-in conditioner pretty much. I don't know that it's strengthening the hair. This is now so long that it's actually time to cut it. I'm starting to see split tips, so it's time to cut it. But I enjoy the smell and the feeling of hydration that it gives my hair. But that's about it. I can't say it's particularly stronger, let's say. And that went from 138 to 96 grams. But as I said, half of it is down the drain. So that's unfortunate. But this is probably my best update yet. Most empties. I won't put these in my empties video, but they will go to add to my total empties of the year, the value of it. So I'm very happy. I used a lot of stuff up. The rest is gonna be slow going. Like the next two things that I expect to finish are these two. And before that, not much. But it's okay. I had a good boost in morale thanks to this month right here. How is your project pan going? Are you holding on? Did you start wearing makeup a little bit more? I know some people are going back to work also. I'm curious to hear how your projects are going. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.